Hey everyone, just getting set up. Give me 1 minute. If my internet will work. There we go. Thought I had it and then it disappeared. So if you're already there, I am on my way. I just can't see you yet. My Chromebook seems to be sleeping. So hey Donna, okay, I think I'm here. I can see Donna, so I'm obviously ready to go. Anyway, welcome back. We are sitting here with the journal that I started on Thursday evening for the challenge over at Junk Journal Newbies. I will include the link in the description after I forgot to add that. So on last Thursday, I started the journal. Again, it's not sewn together, but there's the cover done and the inside part done, and this thing and the signature and the thing. Oh boy. I'm going to say it is the snow's fault. 100%. It is because of the snow. If anybody sees any lag or anything or has any issues, please let me know, because I may not be able to stay on. It depends on how well I stay connected. Anyway, so we're just going to jump in and start working on decorating the rest of this journal as I go. And then I will sew it all together, and I probably will have dangles and charms on the outside of it when I'm all done. So I'm going to open up to here. I think I'm going to do the first, a tag to put inside the first pocket, because I don't have that part yet. I need some heavier paper that I can use. Oh, I kind of like that, so we're going to go with this piece. Move that out of the way. We're going to start here, and we are going to use this to create a pocket, not a pocket, a journal spot to put inside the first pocket that we created. Oh boy. Talking doesn't seem to be my strong suit today. I mean, bear with me. It is what it is. And anybody who knows me well enough to know that that's a very normal thing for me. So I'm just going to jump in and get started. How is everybody doing? And many of you have probably seen my post this morning of our 75,000 feet of snow that we've got. Not quite 75,000, but some days it sure feels like it's that much. We've definitely had our fair share of winter this year. And it's still windy and it's still snowing, and hopefully we won't get very much more. We're probably close to around at least 20 inches on the ground from noon yesterday. A little nuts. But I mean, I did choose to live here, so I can't really complain about it. Yes, I can. I can still complain. Even though I made the choice to live here, I can still complain about the massive amount of snow that we have had recently. We don't want any more at all. It just needs to go away now. Even the kids are starting to complain. So there, I'm going to make. I need to reinforce this piece a little bit because it's a little on the thin side. Cleaning day rhino and trim. What is rhino? I don't know. Happy Mail piles and laundry. Happy Mail's always fun, but what is cleaning day rhino or reno? I don't know what that is. Ribbon. Okay. Now it makes sense. I'm like, what the heck am I reading? Ribbon and trim. That's always the fun stuff to work with, isn't it? We have so much of it. I actually have some packs on Facebook Marketplace right now for sale of some vintage trim and ribbon that vintage trims and laces that I have an abundance of. Hey, Lori. You found me, I think. I'm just putting together a journal card as I continue my way through the journal I started on Thursday night. Donna, I think we all can relate to ribbon and trim and lace being a train wreck. No matter how much we try to get it organized, it just seems to have a mind of its own and takes off on its own tangents, doesn't it? It's one of those things that I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. I love to use it, love to look at it, but hate how much space it takes up and how difficult it can be to manage it. So I'm just fussy cutting some pieces out of the... Again, I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I forgot to practice how. And again, the kit is in my shop, and I will put the link in the comments after if anybody would like it. There is multiple parts to it. But this specific kit is being used because it was chosen by the administrator over at Junk Journal Newbies to do a challenge for it. So that's why we're using it. And it's just pretty, so there's that part of it too. I'm going to use that, a label, and I'm going to grab some words. And see what I have that I can add into this. Do a raffle ticket. That works. And this color will go wonderfully with it. So we're going to use the word nurture and some trim. Doing attach. So I've just built, basically what I'm doing right now is just building a cluster on top of the journal spot. I don't want it super, super thick because I want to be able to write on the back of it. So we're going to add some of the cheesecloth that I have already colored. I think I used one of the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide ink, smushed it onto my mat, and then added some water, and then just stuck my cheesecloth right into it, and that's how I got the color on this one. The blue is a really pretty. This is a kit that was definitely a stretch outside of my comfort zone and what I normally would create, but I actually really turned out to be one of my favorite kits that I've made so far. And I forgot to put this behind it. So Laurie, what have you been working on? I know Donna's been quite busy with doing a design team project can't remember the designer, doing a design team project using a horse kit, which turned out really, really, really cool. I am everywhere, Laurie, and absolutely nowhere all at the same time. I mean, the more you get to know me, the more you're going to start to realize that it's just a little bit chaotic and crazy all the time when it surrounds me. What are you working on, and what is your weather like? I don't know if you've seen any of my posts this morning, but we've had so much snow, and it's still coming. It's still really, really windy, and even our city transit is shut down today. So I mean, everything's kind of pretty much screeched to a grinding halt because there's too much snow on the ground to go anywhere. I know yesterday we broke records from snowfall records from 1976, I believe it was the last record that was set for the amount of snowfall. And that was over a 2-day span, and we broke it in 1 day. So it can literally just absolutely go away. I'm beginning to think that spring is no longer a thing that exists in my region. I'm sure it probably does. And it'll be a welcome sight when we actually have some grass and some bees and all of those kinds of things flying around again. But I'm beginning to think that it may just be a figment of our imaginations at this point in time. that it may not actually exist any longer. We've moved past the second winter, and we've moved past the winter of discontent. We are just in full blown. You need to just leave now, Mother Nature, and don't come back until next year. That's where we're at. It just needs to leave now. And then I understand some parts of the States have had some pretty exceptional rain with this storm that we've had here. Do I leave it as just the cluster that's there, or do I put the bird on it? What do you think? I think I like it without the bird and just the cluster that's already there. Nah, we're going to go with just the cluster. So there is for this pocket is the journal spot. And then we will move on. I'm going to just add some lace to this piece after and not do anything else on it. I may end up putting on some coffee dye paper just that is a flip out that can be used as a writing space. Maybe we will do that right now and not use coffee dye paper. We'll use some packing paper that I have sitting right here. And maybe not make it a flip out, maybe just attach it right. No, I don't think I want to. I'm going to make it a flip out that'll go kind of like that. So I'm not going to attach it yet. I will attach it with my sewing machine and a piece of trim to hold it in place so it'll flip over. Donna thinks I should do the bird. I have the bird on the outside of the pocket, so do I need the bird on the inside too? This is kind of where, so the pocket, there's the pocket with the bird on it, and then the journal card. Do I need the bird? Or is it kind of, I'm just going to stick it and see where it would land on the cluster and see if you even see it when it's pushed into the pocket. And you don't. Okay, we're going to leave that one for now and decide. So I'm going to use a piece of trim after, and I will sew down the side of it. I'll put a piece of trim here, sew down the side to make this a flip out that you can write on. So I'm not going to attach that part yet. And we'll do that part off camera. So there is that part of that page done. And again, I don't decorate every single page in my journals. I'd like to leave lots and lots of writing room, especially if this is going to somebody. I agree, Dawn, I need something, but I'm not so sure that the bird is the right thing. I'm wondering if instead of one of the birds, if I need to do just one of the floral clusters that are in it. The floral clusters, or if I need something that isn't blue and something that's more of the pink. Wait, what else do I have? I managed to cut part of the fan off when I printed it. I think it might. I'm going to try this. Okay, one sec. Melanie, we just got started, so you actually are not too late today. You're actually going to catch most of the video. Welcome. I don't know if anybody remembers a while ago, we were doing a live and Melanie was on in the comments, I think, or she was, I don't remember what was happening. And we declared a meme war, and the two of us since then have had pretty much daily sending back and forth just random hilarious memes. So if anybody ever wants or would like to have some funny stuff sent to you, just let me know, because I mean, Melanie sends me stuff that cracks me right up, and I don't like the pillar on that. So the pillar's up. Let's try one of the flower clusters. I don't know where Melanie finds some of the things that she sends, but my goodness. I laugh. Brings a smile to my face almost every morning when I get up and see something. I think that could be where we're going with it. And Donna Berry is going to kindly, at some point in time, hopefully over the next couple of weeks, we're going to do a live, and she's going to show us how to use the Cricut to cut out some of the pieces from our digital kits. I kind of think, what do you think of that one, Donna? The ingredient needs something, and I think the flower might be what it is. I'm just going to go with it and stick it down. What do you think? That? I think. Well, I started the corny dad jokes because I have one of the corny dads. Ha ha. That he isn't even working today because of the snow. They were pulled off the road. The decision was made yesterday to postpone waste management till next week because garbage pickup was not going to happen in the massive snowbanks that are on our roads at the moment. I agree. There we go, Donna. All done. It just needed that little bit of extra something. So we have this done, and then I'm going to start in here, and I do have some clusters that I had made from another video using the same kit. So some of the clusters that I made in the previous video went out in Happy Mail, and I have a couple left, so I will use them on this project. There's no point in keeping them in my stash if I can use them. I'm going to leave this blank for lots of writing space, and I will add this as a tuck spot in the corner that we can add something else into after. So when you make all of these pieces, use them. And I'm the worst one for using what I've made. But that's my goal this year, is to start using what I have and not adding more to my stash unless I have to. So that becomes a little tuck spot, and I can add something into it after. And we will move on. This is a relatively small journal, so there's not tons and tons of space to decorate. I usually put, depending on how many pages, the 20-page journal, I probably would have probably 6 to 9 pieces, and leave the rest of the pages open for journaling or ink on them or something like that. This still leaves plenty of room and keeps them relatively flat. So this one is 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wait, how many pages do I have? Don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 14. So I probably will aim to do maybe 4 or 5 pages in it. And I like to always do something in the center, on the center fold itself. So we'll do that one towards the front. I'm going to flip now to the center fold and decide what we're going to do here to beef it up and make it look like it's something that you want to stick something in, tuck things into, whatever it happens to be that you want to do. And it's also our March break here, so my kiddos are home from school as well. I have this strip of cardboard that I had used the other day. I'm going to add some ink, and I will probably add, Melanie gave me the idea the other day. I knew there was something I forgot to pour out. I think I got it. One sec. Do I have paint? I have paint. And I have a water brush that I forgot that I keep at my desk. So we're going to add some color to this. Just to kind of make it a little less cardboardy and more junk journal-y. But I may have to hit it with my heat tool, which I don't know where that is. Oh boy. So we will just use a doily that I can use on a different page to sop up some of the extra color, right? Dry it faster and add some of the paint to a different piece. Okay, so we're going to go with that part, add just a little touch of color to it. I didn't bind the signature in this one yet, Melody. I'm going to bind it after it's all done because I wasn't sure if I was going to add something else to the centerfold or if I was going to use it as is. And I still may add another piece to the centerfold. I haven't quite 100% decided. So I will sew it all together when I'm all done. So this, I'm just going to put a cluster on the corner on this one. Nope. That side. And I know what I was going to do, and I had a thought, and I was going with it. And now the thought has completely escaped my head. So I'm going to grab a stencil because, well, why not? Let me find something that has a flower. And I don't know if this will work or if it won't work. I'm actually going to do swirls. If this will work or if it won't work, I guess we're going to find out, and we can always cover it. So I'm going to go back in with my paint and just kind of see if... Now, before I do that, I'm going to kind of go over here and see what happens if I paint over the stencil. Ah, it does work. I'm not... A lot of the mixed media is new-ish to me. I don't do tons and tons and tons of it. So I'm learning as I go, the same as you guys do. So as I'm working and recording my crazy self, I will try doing things that I've not done before. And I've never used a water brush with watercolor paints, nor have I ever used a stencil like this with watercolor paints either. And I mean, the worst that can happen is that I go over it with something else if I don't like it, right? But I kind of work, that works. I'm good with that. And that's the whole point of it, is that it doesn't have to be perfect. If I wear earplugs, what won't happen? Melanie, what do you mean? If I wear earplugs, that won't happen? Hi, Leah. Oh, the voices in my head? Is that what you're talking about? Yes, they would. And remember, I'm already partially deaf because of the Meniere's disease and don't hear 99% of what's happening anyway. I have this in my stash that has been in my stash forever. I don't know where it came from. And I don't know if it kind of works with this kit or if it doesn't work with this kit. But I think maybe I should use it because it's in my stash and it's been there for far too long. Is the blue the right color blue, or can I use it? I totally think that I can use it. It says for you on it and it has a bird in a nest. Maybe not? I don't know. What do y'all think? Use it as part of my cluster or don't use it as part of my cluster? My thoughts wouldn't leave my head if I wore earplugs. Ha ha. That was actually good, Melanie. Yes to this little cluster, or is it a no? Or do I need something else behind it to kind of make it a little bit more substantial? Totally works. I think I might agree with you, so maybe we will try doing a little bit of a beefier cluster that's got more, so you can see a little bit more of what's behind it. I don't want it this way. I kind of think I want to go messier to match. Ha! There we go. And sometimes you just roll with whatever's in front of you, right? I think I can get away with it. And again, there's no rules, is there? So it doesn't have to be perfectly matchy. Okay, now my regular glue isn't going to work. Are we going to flow? Oh boy. As long as it doesn't explode, I will be good. Do I put the white doily behind it, Leah, or do I need something that's got a little bit more color behind it? Maybe some book page might actually work in there. Ha! Let's see what we have. Maybe some book page in a vastly different color will make it. Great. Oh, no, we're going to use a piece of this. We're going to do Okay, I put glue on it, then picked it up anyway. Oh boy, that's going to be one of those days. So we're going to glue this part down first, just to break up the page. Honest people, I honestly don't know what I'm doing. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. And this color ledger paper works perfectly with this kit. So we're going to add, and we're going to add, and we're going to glue this down with some Fabri-Tac. I used the same color here, and to sop up the extra on this, and look at the different colors that it gave from the same color. And my water pen had never been used with acrylics before, or with watercolor before, and it was white. There was no paint on it at all. Depending on your substrate, your color will even be different with watercolors, and that is new to me. I did not know that. And then this gets kind of tucked in like that. Yep, I like it. And one small piece out of my stash that has been there for I have no idea how long, and only 5 million more to go now. So there you have the centerfold. Do you think I need to add any more to it? Maybe we bring back the stencil and we kind of go a little bit up in the top corner to pull it maybe a little bit further across the page. Oh, when you're doing watercoloring with stencils, I just discovered don't go too quick, because you'll go under, especially if you have a fine stencil, you'll go underneath it instead of around it. But that's okay. That's better. No, maybe? I think I kind of like it. And I probably will use some paint splatter after. I will do that in my paint splatter box so I don't wind up with it everywhere. Because I mean, we all know that how well that works out. Okay, so I'm going to leave this to dry. I kind of think I like it. Still lots of place to write on it. You can tuck notes and hide things inside of it. And I'm going to pull out, so I'm not going to pull it out, but this isn't dry yet, so give me a minute. I'm going to close it up for a minute to see if we can turn this piece into a side tuck, and I'll move it to the bottom. I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Okay, I'm going to move, this is why I didn't sew it together yet. I'm going to move that part out of my way, move this part out of my way, and just keep this piece here, fold it back together and crease it a little bit tighter so I know where to glue. And then I'm going to take this part, because it'll be sewn down the middle, right? Sew it down the middle, and then I'm going to glue it across here and part way. Yeah, I'm going to glue it across here and up to make a pocket in here that I can tuck a tall tag into that'll stick out the top of the book. Yes, that's what we're going to do. And I have glue everywhere today. And nothing to clean it up with. Uh-oh. Okay. Think. I have a wipe now. Yes, Melanie, that I figured out when I was doing that part, that it needed more pigment and less water. So glue this down now. And I'm not inking any of the edges on these because one of them, the ledger paper is coffee dyed and the book page is very patinaed as it is, and I love the color of it and I don't want to change it. So we're going to put it in like that. And then I have the pocket that will be sewn in, and we will decorate this pocket. So it's still open on the other side because I want to flip on the other side, but I want a pocket on that one. Okay. Tall skinny tag. What do I have that would be within range that I can put with this that would be long enough? No. I'm going to say that's a no. You might all disagree with me, but I didn't like it, so it's not going to stay. I'll be right back. Maybe not a tall tag. Or are these too short? These ones are going to be too short. Don't want to cut up a fresh piece of paper, but I think I might have to. So now that I have the idea of where this is going, I'm going to pull my journal back together so I don't lose the spot that the page is in. Right? This goes here, and this goes back on top. Okay, there we go. Journal's back together. If I don't put it back together now, I will lose where it is. I can't, well, I don't want to use that to make a tag. I want something that we will use. I'm going to take the sticker off without thinning it. No, thins it out too much. That doesn't work either. Okay. We're going back to find some paper that I can use to cut a large tag. Something that is thick enough, but not. There we go. Found some. Now try this one again. So my pocket is going to be roughly there to there. And I want the tall tag in it, so I'm just going to cut a piece off of this. I thought it was brown. It's not, it's green, but that still works. Think so? Yep, I agree. So maybe we'll do two. Oh no, it's still way too thick. It's way too wide. So we're going to tear it down a little more. And now it fits into my pocket. Okay, and I'm going to make it an actual tag. And again, this doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be kind of a tag shape. Doesn't even need to be kind of a tag shape, but I wanted a tag coming up the top. So that will fit in there like that, and this will hang up the top of my book. Okay, now what are we going to put on it? Hey, Sarah. Can't help you answering that question. We're trying to stay home today as well because of the massive snow we've had. So a wonky looking tag. I'm going to attach an eyelet at the top to start with. And we will use a substantial eyelet instead of a small one. I'm going to do that color. Where our wind chill is -11, but that's we're -11 Celsius, not -11 Fahrenheit. So I'm not sure what that translates to at the moment. Set my eyelet. Potentially set my eyelet. And there's my eyelet set. And we will move on to decorating the tag. Okay, so what are we going to do on the tag? I kind of like this piece with that. So maybe we will do that. Nope. That didn't tear very well. Go across the bottom. Hey, Laurie. I guess it's a good thing. It's okay if you guys are all late. It's probably not a good thing if I would be, right? Yeah, probably not the best plan if I was late. Scattered always, but probably not the best plan if I'm late. So I have my schedule reset again, and barring any unforeseen circumstances, I will be back to doing my lives every Monday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, my time. And then I will... the second Tuesday of every month, I will be live. The second Thursday of every month, I will be live in the evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's the general plan going forward again, is that we're back on track to do the Monday lives again. And then I will post again. I will keep posting, and I'll post on Sunday night, then and 1 to 2 hours beforehand, and then as I go live, and I will also put it in our group chat that we have for announcements. So there is that part. I'm going to use something else to come up the top. And again, these appliques I've had for a really, really long time. So one of those is going to find its way there, but I'm going to put that's going to find its way there, and then I'm going to actually maybe see if this is too big. This is going to be way too big. Then I'm going to take a piece of the washi strip that's on here to go up the side. And you definitely can eat lunch and watch me work. And I mean just all around. Tell me what to do if you don't like the direction it's going. And always open for followers to let me know what you would like to learn and what you'd like to see me do. This one was born out of another group that I was asked to participate in for Women's History Month. Take my scissors off so they don't make so much noise. Yes, I will still do the Monday on the week I do the Thursday. So it'll be every Monday, and then the second Thursday of each month. And then the second Thursday of each month in the evening may branch into a second Thursday, but we haven't quite got that far yet and decided. So this, I kind of want it to not have a whole lot of extra on it. I want the writing space on the back to be quite significant. So this is going to be a tall, skinny cluster without having a lot of extra space on it, if that makes any sense. It probably didn't make any sense, but I kind of think I like the way this is going, and then I'll put some, I'm not sure yet what'll go in the top. We'll kind of go with that. And what do you guys think? Do I need something else on it, or are we going to just say that this is going to be finished with that part like that, just sticking out the top with something on it? I think we're going to call it done. This one is 15 inches, and it's, I don't even know the brand name. I don't even know where it came from. I had it for so long. I like the cork back rulers because when I'm cutting with my X-Acto knife and I'm cutting down, like if I'm cutting off the side of the signature, I like this because it gives me a little tiny bit of an edge to rest my blade against as I'm cutting a straight line. But when I flip it upside down, it is the perfect ruler for tearing. I think I agree with you, Melanie, that it just needs to be just what it is. And I'm having an issue with my glue being bubbling out of my bottles today. Could have something to do with the temperature in here. Can't see it because the comments are on top of it. Sarah, if you're on a cell phone, you can, there's a little tiny arrow in the bottom left hand corner, I believe it is, on Facebook mobile, that you can minimize the comments and not have them covering your screen. What about the white boiling going top? This way? Is this what you, I'm not sure if this is what you mean, Lori. Did I go this way with it instead of up and down? Is that what you mean, Lori? Because if that's what you mean, I think I kind of actually like that better than the other way. I think I like it that way better than up and down. Oh, it's down. It's not moving. Thanks, Donna. I've had these ones forever. I think they came in a bag of stuff from our local thrift shop. And I've had them for a long time, so it's time to use everything that I have. Too late, Melanie. Maybe? Let's see. Okay, are we team up and down or are we team side to side? Before the glue dries. I'm going to wait for the lag to catch up so I can see what everybody thinks. Donna side to side, Melanie's up and down. Lori is side to side as well. Melanie, you're outnumbered, and I think I kind of agree with the other ones this time. Sorry. Okay, we're going side to side. I don't necessarily want it sticking out the top of the book either. So, and the other way would be sticking out the top of the book. Now when I do this, it's going to just have a little peak of something, and then it'll have the matching pieces. I probably will use some of this trim and a bunch of other stuff to add it to the top. I kind of think I'm going to like the way this is kind of going together. This goes back in the pocket the right way. And then okay, so we are going to go back here. And there you have that part done. And we'll find the pieces to go on top. I like it. And this is get sewn on here after. And then, okay. So that's 1, 2. So I have the front page with something. That one, 1, 2. The centerfold is done. There's my 3. And then the pocket on the front. And then what am I going to do to finish this off? Okay. This goes here. Let's flip through where we're at. So I've got the pocket here with the flip out here to right. A little cluster with the tuck spot in it. And then we flip through. These are all blank pages to write on. The centerfold has the cluster and just the inking. I probably will come back in and ink some of the edges, like do some of this kind of stuff through it. Then the tag here, and I think we're going to call this journal done. I will sew it together. You're welcome, Sarah. I think I'm going to sew the signature in, put some dangles on the side, finish off the top of that tag, and then maybe add something here. I'm not sure. What do y'all think? Do I add more stuff to it, or do I leave this one with more writing space and a little plainer? Let me know in the comments, but I'm going to head off in a second and go get some other stuff done that I need to get done today. And I will be back next Monday with another live, and it could be finishing this one up, or it could be something different. So if you have an idea of what you want to see, let me know. And you always go opposite of the majority. Well, you're with me, so you're not always the opposite of the majority, because sometimes the majority is us. So we're going to go with that and tell everybody to have a good week. Stay safe if you're in the middle of this storm. And anyway, have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Bye for now.